Hi guys! Welcome sa Zipnayan. In this video ay magsisimula tayo ng panibagong series, no? Yung series natin on composition of functions. Now, kung napanood niyo yung series natin on operations on functions, then nakita ninyo na pwede pala tayo mag-add, mag-subtract, mag-multiply, tsaka mag-divide ng functions. No? So, another operation ay ginatawag natin na composition. Pag-aaralan natin yan ngayon sa video na to, no? Now, suppose we have a g of x, no? A function, g of x equals 3 minus 2x. No? So, pwede nating ilagay yung ating input dito, yung ating value ng x. At nandito yung ating g of x. No? Now, suppose we have an input of 2. No? Ano yung magiging output natin? So, pag sinabi natin 2 ang input, meaning x equals 2, ibig sabihin nun tayo ay we are calculating for f of 2, no? Which is equal to 3 minus 2 times 2. So pag ang value ng x natin ay 2, ang gagawin lang natin is to substitute lahat ng x dito sa equation na to. Lalagyan natin ng 2. And 3 minus 2 times 2 is the same as 3 minus 4 is equal to 3 minus 4, and 3 minus 4 is equal to negative 1. Okay? So, pag ang input natin o yung value ng x natin ay 2, ang output natin o yung g of x equals negative 1. What about 0, for example? So, pag sinabi natin x equals 0, sabi natin f of 0 equals, again, lahat ng mga x's dito, papalitan natin ng 0. So, 3 minus 2 times 0 x's. X, baka ano isipin yung x's? Maraming x is equal to 3. So, pag ang input natin ay 0, ang output natin ay 3. So, in general, f of x, no? Pag ang input natin ay x, no? Ang output natin ay 3 minus 2x. So, sinasubstitute lang natin. Pag ang input ay x, ang output ay 3 minus 2x. Diba ito yung input, ito yung output. Okay? Now, suppose we have another function na g of x. Oh, sorry, f of x. Meron na pala tayong g of x. So, f of x equals x squared plus x, for example. This is our f of x. So, dito sa unang relations, actually, function siya. No? Nandito yung ating input sa x. This is our input. At yung g of x yung ating output. Tama? Question, what if, ano kaya yung lahat ng outputs dito gagawin kong input netong function na to? So, meaning, ayoko ng konti kaya ito. So, this is f of x. Ito naman yung output ko. So, dito, ito naman yung input ko. At yung f of x yung aking output. Okay ba yun? So, pag ang input ko ay negative 1, ito gagawin ko na itong input Pag ang input ko ay negative 1, meaning I want f of negative 1, di ba? I want f of negative 1. So, pag nandito naman tayo, ibig sabihin lahat ng x yan, papalitan natin ng negative 1. So, that's squared, di ba? Plus, yan. So, negative 1 squared, ito yung x ko, negative 1 squared. Tapos, yung x ko ay negative 1. What is negative 1 squared plus 1? This is 1 plus negative 1, di ba? Sorry. Negative 1 squared plus negative 1. So, magiging 1 to, plus negative 1, magiging 0. So, if my input is negative 1, my output is 0. What about 3? F of 3. Okay? So, this is square ko yung nandito sa una. And then I have a plus. And then I have x here, whatever my x. So, I have 3, di ba? So, 3 squared plus 3, which is equal to, this is 9 plus 3, this is 12. So, if my input is 3, my output is 12. No? Next. Paano pag ang input ko ay 3 minus 2x? Meaning, I have f 3 minus 2x. So, I have an expression here. I have to square whatever my x here. And then I have another expression here, which is my x. Diba? Ito. So, 3 minus 2x, lagay ko dito. Tapos, lagay ko rin dito yung 3 minus 2x. This is expanding, this is squaring binomials, di ba? So, magiging, hindi ko na ito isa-isahin, ano? I-assume ko na alam nyo na yan. Aralin nyo na lang kung nakalimutan nyo. So, this is 9 minus 12x plus 4x squared. Dapat kaya nyo na yan at this stage. If you're in grade 11, dapat kaya nyo na yung i-mental no, yung pag-expand. And then I have plus 3 minus 2x here. Unahin ko itong mas mataas yung exponent, so 4x squared. And then I have a minus 12x and a minus 2x, meaning I have a minus 14x. And then I have a plus 9 and a plus 3, which means that I have a plus 12. So pag ito yung input ko, 3 minus 2x, my output is 4x squared minus 14x plus 12. Okay? So anong napansin nyo? Napansin nyo siguro na the outputs of one function ay naging input siya ng another function. No? So pag diniretso natin yan, ang tawag natin dyan ay that's called composition of function. So composition of function. Ang output ng isang function ay gagawing input doon sa isang function. So this is called composition of function. And in particular, this is called the composition of f. Composition of f by g. Of f. Kasi yung f ko dito, actually, ang input ko na sa kanya ay hindi na yung x, but actually the g of x. So, ang ating notation dyan ay f. The composition of f by g. Itong maliit na bilog niya, hindi yan O1, hindi rin niya multiplication. We define that as f of g of x. So, yung input ko dito, naalala nyo, yung input ko dito is, instead of x, actually, yung g of x. Okay? So, pag binaliktad ko yan, for example, ginawa ko siyang composition of g by f, ang definition naman dyan ay g of f of x. Anyway, aaralin natin ito sa susunod na video. No? As of now, pwede nyo munang pag-isipan, no? I-digest yung mga discussions natin dito para mas ma-absorb yun. No? So, dito na lang yung ating tutorial. Sa susunod na video, we will have more discussions about composition of functions. Invite ko kayo sa ating YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/9ph, and our Facebook page. By the way, subscribe kayo no, sa channel natin. And our Facebook page, facebook.com/itnayanph. Siyempre, nandiyan yung ating website, itnayan.com. Maraming salamat. I'll see you in the next tutorial.